Close your eyes gently and take a slow, conscious breath in, then exhale softly, allowing your body to settle into this present moment. Feel the subtle rhythm of your breath guiding you inward, a rhythm older than thought, older than memory. With every breath, you are peeling away layers of time, stepping quietly into the stillness where your truest self resides. This is where healing begins, not in effort or resistance, but in gentle awareness. Somewhere within you lives a part that has never grown old, a tender, sensitive, and pure essence of who you are. This is your inner child. It has watched every stage of your life, felt every joy and every wound, and it still lives within your heart, waiting patiently to be seen. It doesn't ask for perfection. It asks only for your attention, your love, your presence. As you breathe, begin to feel this presence stirring, a small, luminous spark in the center of your being. Allow it to reveal itself in its own time. There's no need to search for an image or a memory. Simply sense that innocent awareness within you, the one that once looked at the world with wonder, that once trusted life completely. This child has been there through every smile and every tear. It remembers moments when you felt safe, when love surrounded you like sunlight. And it also remembers the moments when the world felt cold, when love seemed to vanish, when you felt unseen or unheard. Bring compassion into your breath now. Inhale kindness. Exhale judgment. This is not a journey of blame. It is a journey of remembrance. The child within you does not need fixing, it needs witnessing. Let yourself simply be present with whatever arises. A sensation, an image, a faint emotion. Sometimes what appears first is resistance or even numbness. That's all right. Resistance is just the way the heart protects itself until it feels safe again. Whisper inwardly, I am here for you. You are safe now? You may begin to sense old emotions surfacing, a sadness, a loneliness, perhaps even fear. These are echoes of the past, remnants of experiences that were never fully felt. Instead of turning away, open your heart and let them pass through you like waves returning to the ocean. Each wave carries a message. See me, feel me, release me. The simple act of allowing is the first act of healing. When you were a child, there were moments when you longed to be understood, to be held, to be told that everything was okay. Maybe those words never came. Maybe that embrace never arrived. But right now, in this sacred space of awareness, you can offer yourself what was once missing. Imagine yourself gently approaching that younger you. Maybe they are sitting somewhere quiet waiting. As you come closer, you notice their eyes, curious, fragile, full of unspoken feelings. Sit beside them. There's no rush. Just breathe together. Let your presence be your message. Feel the warmth of your own compassion flowing toward this inner child. You don't need to explain or justify anything. Simply let them know through your stillness and sincerity that they are no longer alone. That the adult you, wiser, calmer, and more understanding, has returned to protect and cherish them. Notice how this small act of awareness changes the energy within you. There is a softening, a quiet relief, as though a long, held breath has finally been exhaled. You may feel the child leaning into you, trusting again. You may feel tears forming, or a sense of peace spreading through your chest. Let it all happen naturally. Healing is not a destination. It's the gentle unfolding of love where pain once lived. Every time you connect with your inner child, you reclaim a part of your energy that was once trapped in the past. You free yourself from unconscious patterns, from the stories that have kept you small. You begin to remember who you were before the world taught you fear, before you learned to hide your light. This awareness is powerful. It dissolves the illusion of separation between who you were and who you are now. As your breath continues to flow effortlessly, realize that your inner child is not a memory. It is a living presence, the essence of your creativity, your spontaneity, your capacity for love. It is the doorway to your authenticity. To heal it is to return home. Stay here for a moment longer, just breathing together. The adult and the child, the protector and the innocent. Feel them merging within you, harmonizing in the same heartbeat. You are not divided. You are one being, whole and radiant. Now whisper inwardly, with a softness that only truth can carry, I see you, I hear you, you are loved, you are safe with me. Let these words sink deep into your being. And as your awareness returns to this moment, carry the child with you, not as a memory, but as a living companion on your path. This gentle awareness will guide every step that follows. As your awareness deepens, the breath continues to guide you, steady, calm, and effortless. You have already begun to sense the tender presence of your inner child, the part of you that feels, remembers, and longs to be free. Now, with gentleness, we begin to walk together into the landscapes of memory, not to dwell there, but to understand, to release, and to bring light to what has been hidden in shadow. When you were very young, the world was vast and unknown. Every sound, every face, every emotion felt larger than life. The child within you experienced joy and love with pure intensity, but also confusion, fear, and pain with the same intensity. There were moments when love seemed distant, when comfort didn't come, when someone's words or silence left a deep impression on your heart. Those moments didn't vanish with time. They settled quietly in your body, becoming part of your emotional memory. Now, in this sacred stillness, allow those memories to surface, not as stories you have to relive, but as energies seeking to be acknowledged. You might not remember specific events, and that's perfectly fine. The body remembers in its own way. You might feel a tightening in your chest, a heaviness in your stomach, or a subtle ache somewhere deep inside. These sensations are echoes of experiences once too painful to fully feel. Let them rise gently, without trying to analyze them. You are not here to fix the past. You are here to bring awareness to it. As you continue breathing, imagine that each breath is a soft wave washing over old memories, cleansing them without effort. Allow your mind to show you what it wishes to reveal. A glance from someone, a word you never forgot, a moment of loneliness, or a time when you felt unseen. Whatever appears, simply witness it. You are safe in the present. The past cannot hurt you now. You are watching it from the light of awareness, not from the wound itself. Sometimes memories come as sensations or emotions without clear pictures. You might suddenly feel sadness or anger, a sense of rejection or longing. Don't resist these feelings. They are your body's way of saying, please listen to me now. Instead of turning away, invite them in with the compassion of a wise friend. Say silently within, it's okay, I'm here. You can feel safe now. These simple words, offered with sincerity, begin to dissolve the old walls of protection your inner child built long ago. There may be moments when tears form without reason. Let them fall. They are not signs of weakness. They are signs of release. Every tear is an emotion that was once trapped in silence, finding its way back into flow. Healing is not about forgetting what happened. It is about freeing the energy that has been frozen in those experiences. Now imagine that the younger version of yourself is standing in front of you once more. Look into their eyes. Notice what you see, perhaps fear, confusion, or sadness. Don't turn away. Keep looking until you see the truth beneath those emotions, the innocence, the longing for love, the purity that was never lost. Reach out gently in your mind and place your hand over their heart. Feel it beating, fragile yet steady. Whisper to this younger self, you are safe now. You don't need to carry this pain alone anymore. Let your breath deepen as if you are breathing together, the adult and the child as one being. You may feel waves of emotion rising and falling. Let them move through you like tides returning to the sea. Each wave that passes leaves behind greater clarity, greater lightness. The child within you begins to understand that the past does not define them, that pain was never the truth of who they are. In this silence, see if you can sense what the inner child truly needed in those moments long ago. Maybe it was a hug, maybe it was reassurance, maybe it was simply to be heard. Offer that now through your heart. Visualize yourself embracing this younger version of you, holding them gently, saying, I love you. I see you. You didn't deserve the pain you carried. You deserve peace. Let that love pour through your being like golden light, filling every memory, every cell, every forgotten corner of your heart. Notice how the old emotions begin to lose their weight. What once felt like pain now feels like understanding. What once felt like fear now feels like freedom. This is the transformation that awareness brings. The moment when the light of consciousness meets the darkness of memory and dissolves it effortlessly. Now, rest in this spacious awareness where the past and present meet in peace. You no longer have to resist your story. You no longer have to hide from what once hurt you. The child within you has been heard, and the adult within you has remembered their true strength, the strength to love even what once felt unlovable. Breathe deeply once more. Feel gratitude for your courage to look within. Healing does not erase the past. It changes your relationship to it. You are no longer bound by what happened. You are free to live from the wholeness that has always been within you. You are safe of memory. There comes a sacred moment. The moment when awareness meets compassion. You are no longer standing outside your pain looking in. You are standing within it with open eyes and an open heart. What once felt heavy and sharp now begins to soften under the light of understanding. This is where forgiveness and love emerge, not as ideas, but as living energy flowing through you. Take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, allow your body to settle even more deeply into the present. You may feel warmth spreading across your chest or a quiet stillness within your heart. Let that feeling expand. It is your heart remembering how to love without fear. The love you are calling upon now is not sentimental, it is sacred. It is the same force that created you, the same current that holds galaxies together. It has always been there, waiting for you to remember. Bring to mind once more the image of your inner child, fragile, hopeful, maybe still holding the pain of the past. Look at this child through the eyes of compassion. See not just what they endured, but who they truly are. They have survived, carried, and waited. They deserve not pity, but unconditional love. Whisper gently, I see you. I know what you went through. I'm sorry it was so hard. Let the words flow naturally, not from obligation, but from genuine tenderness. The simple act of acknowledging their pain begins to dissolve the walls between you and your younger self. As you breathe, imagine your heart becoming a source of warm, radiant light. Each breath expands that light, sending it outward to this inner child, wrapping them in comfort. With every inhale, you draw in compassion. With every exhale, you release self-judgment. The heart opens effortlessly when you stop trying to protect it. Forgiveness happens when you stop demanding that the past should have been different. Forgive yourself for the moments you silenced your own needs, for the times you accepted less than you deserved, for believing you had to hide your emotions to be loved. These patterns were born in survival, not in truth. You did the best you could with what you knew. Let that understanding sink in like a soft rain soaking the soil. Feel the release that comes when you no longer hold yourself hostage for what you didn't know. Now turn your awareness toward those who may have hurt you. It might be a parent, a friend, a teacher, or someone who didn't understand your sensitivity. You do not have to condone their actions, nor forget what happened. But you can choose to release the emotional burden that keeps you tied to them. Forgiveness is not about them. It is about freeing yourself from the weight of resentment. Imagine sending a wave of light toward them, not because they earned it, but because you no longer wish to carry their shadow inside you. Say silently, I release you. I release myself. I choose peace. Feel how your energy shifts when you let go of blame. It's as if space opens within your chest, a space that fills instantly with calm and clarity. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is strength disguised as surrender. It is the courage to rise above the story and return to love. Notice now that your inner child, once fragile and afraid, begins to lift their gaze toward you. There's a recognition. They can feel your love, your sincerity, your willingness to stay. This changes everything. The child no longer needs to hide or protect themselves. You have become the guardian they always needed. Allow this connection to deepen. See yourself reaching out, taking their small hands in yours. Feel the warmth of that touch. Feel the promise within it. A promise that you will never abandon this part of yourself again. Stay in that silence for a few breaths. Let your heart and your inner child breathe together. Love is the bridge that connects all your fragmented parts. It does not erase the past, but it transforms the meaning of it. Every painful memory becomes a seed of wisdom, every scar a reminder of how deeply you have lived. Now bring your focus to your entire being, the adult and the child, the wounded and the wise, merging as one radiant presence. Feel this unity spreading from your heart into every corner of your awareness. You are no longer divided. You are whole. The love you give yourself in this moment ripples outward into the world, touching everything and everyone you encounter. Take one more deep breath. As you exhale, whisper inwardly, I forgive, I release, I am free. Let these words echo softly in your heart. You have opened the door to peace, not by force, but by allowing love to do what only love can do. And in this quiet forgiveness, you return to yourself, whole, healed, and free. As the heart begins to soften through forgiveness, something extraordinary starts to awaken. A quiet remembrance of joy, a whisper of innocence that has been waiting beneath the layers of time. Healing the wounds of the inner child is not only about releasing pain, it is also about rediscovering the beauty, the wonder, and the spontaneity that once came so naturally to you. What was lost in the noise of growing up now begins to return in the silence of awareness. Take a gentle breath in and exhale slowly, as if you're breathing out years of tension. Feel how lightness begins to flow through your body, as though a long-forgotten melody is finding its way back to you. This is the sound of your soul remembering joy. It has always been there, just beneath the surface, waiting for the moment when you would be still enough to feel it again. There was a time when life felt magical, when you looked at the sky and saw endless possibility, when you laughed without reason, when every small thing seemed alive with meaning. The inner child has always held that truth. Even after pain, even after years of pretending to be strong, that spark never left you. It might have gone quiet, but it never disappeared. Now, as your heart opens, that spark flickers back to life. In your mind's eye, see your inner child once more. This time, they no longer appear wounded or afraid. Their eyes are brighter, their posture lighter, their energy playful and free. Notice the smile beginning to form on their face. It is a smile of recognition. They know you now. They trust you, and in that trust, they begin to share their gifts with you, the gifts of curiosity, creativity, and pure, unfiltered joy. Imagine walking together in a place that feels peaceful, perhaps a garden, a beach, a forest, or a childhood space you loved. Feel the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the softness of the air, the sound of nature around you. As you walk, the child begins to talk, not in words, but in feelings. Feelings of laughter, of imagination, of love that doesn't need a reason. You begin to realize that this child is teaching you how to live again, not from fear or control, but from trust and wonder. Let yourself laugh a little inside. Feel the playfulness rising. Maybe there's music, maybe you're running, maybe you're simply sitting under a tree, watching the world with awe. This is not fantasy. This is your natural state when the walls of protection dissolve. You are not becoming someone new. You are returning to who you were before the world told you to be someone else. As you breathe, bring awareness to your heart once more. Feel how open it has become. Notice that love and joy are not two separate things. They are the same energy expressed in different ways. Love heals, joy celebrates that healing. Both arise naturally when you stop resisting the flow of life. Now, gently place your hand over your heart. Feel the rhythm of your pulse. Steady, timeless, ancient. Each heartbeat connects you to the child within, to the universe around you, to the eternal presence that is your essence. Whisper softly inside, I allow joy to return. I allow innocence to guide me. I allow myself to feel alive again. As you say these words, feel the energy in your body shift from heaviness to expansion. There may be a lightness in your chest, a smile forming effortlessly, a deep sense of ease. This is your true vibration, the frequency of joy that is not dependent on circumstances, achievements, or approval. It is joy for the sake of being alive. It is the laughter of existence itself moving through you. Notice how the child within you now stands tall, hand in hand with you, no longer separate. You can feel their presence blending with yours, their energy becoming your own vitality. The boundaries between the inner child and the adult dissolve. You are integrating, becoming whole, spontaneous, and free again. This is the power of remembering innocence. It restores your connection to life itself. When you see through the eyes of your inner child, every moment becomes sacred again. The ordinary becomes extraordinary. A simple breath feels like a miracle. A single ray of sunlight feels like grace. Life stops being something to endure and becomes something to explore. Stay with this feeling for a few breaths longer. Let joy fill every cell. Let light move through every memory, every thought, every corner of your being. You are not returning to the past. You are bringing the timeless essence of your childhood into the present. The purity, curiosity, and love that once defined you are not gone. They are alive right here, waiting to be expressed through every choice you make. As you rest in this expanded awareness, know that joy is your natural state. Pain was only the temporary forgetting of that truth. Now you remember, you are not broken, you are not missing anything, you are simply awakening to what has always been whole within you. And in this awakening, the child smiles, and so do you, finally free to live with the heart wide open once again. Once fragmented inside you, is now ready to come together. The inner child you've embraced, the adult self who has learned compassion, and the timeless awareness observing both, they are not separate beings. They are one life expressing itself through different forms, each necessary, each sacred. Take a deep, effortless breath and feel the movement of air entering your lungs, expanding your chest. Feel the aliveness in your body, the soft pulse beneath your skin. This rhythm connects all parts of you, the one who once hurt, the one who now heals, and the one who has always been whole. Integration is not about erasing the past, it is about including it in the wholeness of the present. You no longer have to push away the child within or suppress the emotions that once scared you. You are the safe space they have been seeking all along. Imagine for a moment that you are standing before a mirror. As you gaze into it, you see not just your reflection but the reflections of all the versions of yourself, the child, the teenager, the adult, even the one you are still becoming. They are all standing together, united by the same essence, the same light. Look closely, and you will notice that the light shining in their eyes is identical. It has never changed, never dimmed. It is the same light that was present when you laughed for the first time, when you cried, when you loved, and when you feared. That light is your true self, constant, eternal, and untouched by time. Bring your inner child closer in your awareness. You may see them standing beside you now, smiling softly, no longer wounded or afraid. They feel safe in your presence because they recognize that you have become someone who listens, someone who cares. Take their hand gently. Feel the warmth of that connection. In this symbolic embrace, you are no longer two. You are one consciousness meeting itself through love. Let that realization sink deep into your being. The barriers between your past and present dissolve in this union. The child within finally knows they will never be abandoned again. As you continue to breathe slowly, feel how this integration changes your energy. There's a sense of wholeness returning, not as an idea but as an embodied truth. Every cell in your body seems to remember something ancient and wise. You have always been complete. Pain made you forget, but love helps you remember. You begin to see that all your experiences, the joy and the sorrow, the victories and the losses, were threads in the same tapestry, each necessary to create the pattern of who you are. Now, silently tell yourself, I accept all that I have been, I honor all that I have felt. I welcome all that I am. Feel the strength in those words. Acceptance does not mean approval of every event or action. It means you stop fighting reality. You stop dividing yourself into fragments labeled good or bad, past or present. You realize that everything that has ever happened has brought you to this sacred moment of awareness. The lesson of integration is that there was never anything missing. Only parts of yourself waiting to be acknowledged. You might feel a gentle warmth spreading through your heart, as though something precious has returned home. Let that warmth fill your chest, your throat, your entire being. It is the energy of alignment, the child's innocence merging with the adult's wisdom, the human merging with the divine. This is not imagination, it is remembrance. You are remembering what it feels like to be whole, to live without inner conflict. As you rest in this awareness, you may begin to sense that your life is not divided into separate stages or identities, but is a continuous flow of consciousness evolving through different experiences. You, the observer, have always been the same, watching, learning, growing. And now, instead of judging your story, you begin to honor it. You see the beauty in every chapter. You recognize that even the moments of pain were shaping your capacity for love, depth, and empathy. Bring your attention once more to your breath. Each inhale draws the past into the present. Each exhale releases resistance to what has been. Feel the harmony between them. The inhale and exhale, the child and the adult, the old and the new. Everything moves together in balance, in flow. This is integration, not a destination, but a living relationship with yourself. Now, let a small smile form naturally. It comes not from happiness alone, but from a deep knowing that you are no longer searching outside for completion. The completeness is already here within you. You have learned to carry your inner child not as a memory, but as a living companion, the keeper of your joy, creativity, and authenticity. You have learned to hold your adult self not as a mask, but as a guardian of love and awareness. Together they make you whole. Sit for a few more breaths in this silence. Feel your heart open wider with every exhale, expanding beyond fear, beyond the boundaries of time. You are the merging of all your experiences, the meeting point of your past and your infinite potential. And in this sacred integration, you return home, not to who you were, but to the wholeness of who you have always been. Feel like you are acting your way through life. You no longer wear the old masks that once protected you, but also kept you distant from your truth. You begin to live as your true self, the self that exists beyond conditioning, beyond expectation, beyond the roles the world asked you to play. Take a slow, deep breath and feel it travel through your body like a wave of renewal. With every inhale, you invite clarity. With every exhale, you release everything that is not real. Feel the simplicity of this moment, the freedom that comes from not needing to be anyone other than who you are right now. This is the essence of authenticity, the courage to live without pretense, to express what is real, to act from the quiet intelligence of the heart. For so long, life may have felt like a performance. Trying to please, trying to belong, trying to be enough. The mind learned how to adapt, how to survive, but in doing so, it sometimes forgot how to be. Now, as awareness expands, you begin to see that authenticity is not something you must search for. It is what remains when all the layers of pretending dissolve. It is the child's openness matured by wisdom, the soul's purity expressed through human experience. You may begin to sense an inner alignment, like the pieces of a puzzle falling into place. What you think, what you say, what you do, and what you feel start to move in harmony. You no longer feel pulled in different directions because the source of your action is now truth, not fear. Feel that alignment in your body. Notice how peaceful it feels when nothing within you is in conflict. Living as your true self does not mean escaping from the world. It means meeting the world from a deeper place. When you speak, your words carry honesty. When you listen, your presence becomes healing. You no longer need to defend your worth or chase validation because you are rooted in the knowing that you are already enough. You begin to realize that your presence itself, calm, aware, and loving, is your greatest gift to life. Take another breath, slower this time. Imagine each breath as a bridge between your inner world and the outer one. You are no longer split between who you are inside and who you show to others. The same peace you feel in silence begins to move through your actions, your relationships, your work, your expression. You are living from wholeness. Now, imagine yourself walking through your day, meeting others, moving through ordinary moments. But this time, you carry no masks. There is no need to perform. There is no need to impress. You are simply present, fully alive. Even in conversation, there is stillness behind your words. Even in activity, there is space within your awareness. This is what it means to live from truth, to bring the calmness of meditation into the movement of life. As you live this way, life itself begins to change around you. People respond differently because they can feel the energy of authenticity. It resonates beyond words. You attract experiences that mirror your inner state. You no longer chase love or success. They flow naturally toward you because you have become aligned with the energy of sincerity and peace. You stop seeking meaning and start creating it through your presence. In this new awareness, you also realize that the world no longer has the power to define you. Praise does not inflate you, and criticism does not diminish you. You are anchored in a deeper truth that cannot be touched by opinion. This is real freedom. The freedom to simply be. To act from love, not fear. To express from essence, not ego. You begin to see life not as something happening to you, but as something happening through you. There will still be challenges, but now you meet them differently. You no longer react from the wounds of the past, because those wounds have been seen, loved, and healed. You respond from awareness, from wisdom, from calm. This is the transformation that healing brings, the shift from reacting to creating, from surviving to living. Let your breath deepen once more. Feel the strength that comes from being fully yourself. There is a groundedness in authenticity, a stability that no external circumstance can shake. You trust life more. You trust yourself more. You understand that everything unfolds in divine rhythm, and you no longer need to control it. As you stand in this awareness, imagine a light radiating from your heart, expanding outward. This light is not something you generate, it is your natural state, now unobstructed. It extends beyond your body, beyond your story, touching everything around you. This is how your healed self begins to serve the world. Not through effort, but through presence. You become a silent blessing to those who cross your path. Stay here in this space of stillness and truth. Feel how peaceful it is to exist without resistance, to breathe without effort, to love without condition. You are no longer striving to become anything because you already are everything you were meant to be. The child within is at peace, the adult within is wise, and the soul within is awake. And in this awakening you return to the simplest truth of all. You are whole, you are love, and you are free.